Going to the game, I'm going to be playing Pantheon jungle and show you how to abuse this champ. In this matchup, we're currently up against Rengar, and in the Pantheon versus Rengar, this is an advantage for Pantheon in the early game due to having higher damage and stronger ganks. Going to the mid game, this would depend on what build the Rengar will go for, but in this case, he went for first strike, meaning he's gonna go for a more assassin build. Speaking of which, Rengar shows mid, pokes our mid laner, but we're there to help, giving him low HP as well, and this goes to show how strong Pantheon's damage just at level 1. Since there was a skirmish mid lane, I wanted to go for Krugs, but am forced now to go for the Raptors so that my clear will not be as delayed. Pantheon's clear may not be the fastest, but his expertise is not clearing camps, but rather ganking and getting an early snowball. As much as possible, when playing this champion, you'd always want to look for a lane to gank, and in this case, possible lanes that I could go for is mid or top. Bot lane is kinda hard since they're both ranged, and with Twisted Fate hitting the Scryers, he knows my position, making it harder to gank bot side. Rengar most likely started top side, and what I want to do now is try to contest double cut since we have an early game advantage. With our bot having a lane shoved, we can go for the bot scut, but instead of going for the scut, I go for the mid lane, seeing that Twisted Fate is quite low, 4 stacks flash W, and we have empowered Q getting the first kill. If you know that you could burst the opponent in one combo, then it's best to get 4 stacks. So we have the empowered Q. Rengar going for the top scut. We tried to smite for the last hit, we're unable to, but at least we're able to get some lifesteal. Crit with the Q, nice follow up by Ziggs, and we're able to get yet another kill at the top side. Even though we didn't get scut, it's well worth it. 2-0 early means that we will get our items faster, which will give us more damage. Twisted Fate shows up, fails the stun, but we make a crucial mistake. I got a bit greedy, wanted to get the blue buff. I just tanked Twisted Fate's damage, but in the end, we get punished. Ziggs also gets killed, and even though we had such a good start, we made the crucial mistake of trying to fight the TF instead of just going back. At least Volibear was able to arrive, get a kill, plus getting a lead over the Jax, which is very crucial because if Jax gets ahead, it's going to be very hard for us to kill that champion. Thing that counters Pantheon with Jax is the third skill. If he's able to time it right, then he would be able to dodge our stun. After clearing the Gromp, I have access to my ultimate, and this is when you want to be very active and use this as much as possible. Seeing that Jax is overextended, I wait for the third skill to run out, then immediately start with the stun, third skill Q for the empowered hit, and we're able to get a 1-for-1 exchange. Twisted Fate uses ultimate, but overall, at least, there's no more global presence from Twisted Fate. Meanwhile, we still have our ultimate to affect the map. Speaking of which, bot side, Rengar goes for a gank, gets our Ezreal Nami pretty low, and I'm already there, ready to prep my ultimate for any team fight, and seeing that they're overextended, Ziggs with a good bait, we look to go for the support, get him in one combo, chase down the Saya. I still have my third skill just in case. Nice dodge on my empowered Q. Third skill for a bit of damage plus blocking the damage, and here we go for the Rengar, who's pretty low. Look at that crit, 511 crit at just one item. Pretty good outplay, and this goes to show how strong Pantheon's early game is. You could just burst everyone in just one combo, and if you look at their lineup, they have no front line, which makes it a perfect game to play Pantheon. With my ultimate on cooldown, this is the best time to farm, get my red buff, and with the snowball that I have, I need to use this wisely so that my opponents won't be able to scale as much. Mid lane, Jax decided to go mid. I think Twisted Fate was covering top a while ago, and with Ghostblade up, I'm checking to see if I can go for a gank first. With Jax a bit out of position, as the third skill, use my own third to block the TF stun and getting him pretty low. Q, damage, Twisted Fate, I think got disconnected. We get the free kill, and we just give it to the Ziggs because at this point, we already have a lot of money, so we need to give gold to our carries. With Ghostblade done, double armor penetration with the Boots of Dynamism plus Ghost Blade. And then the next item I'm going for is Collector. Since we're massively ahead, Collector is such a good snowball item, giving us gold when we're able to get a shutdown plus more armor penetration. We ultimate bot, thought that Saya would be greedy, looked to go for the Soraka, good snipe, getting another kill, and with Dragon up, we should have an advantage here. Saya goes for the face check. I'm already there to try to counter her. She flashes in, tries to kill our Nami. Twisted Fate also ultis in, but they're forgetting about me. And look how much damage I'm dealing with each of my auto attacks, removing 1 bar from their life. And even though our support died, it's well worth it, getting a 2-for-1 exchange plus the Dragon. The good thing that they did was going for the trade, wherein the Rengar was able to get Rift Herald so that they could possibly get first tower. Soraka randomly face checks, nice exhaust by Ezreal. We weren't able to use our first kill because of the silence, but in the end, we're still able to get the kill. After recalling, the next item I want to go first is Executioners, since the Soraka ultimate might be very annoying and can possibly counter my burst. With this item up, we go back to our camps, waiting for our ultimate to go up. But as soon as I see an opportunity to gank, I think about going for Twisted Fate or Jax. I went for the Jax instead, since he's quite overextended. I still have my first kill if we get a snipe. Unfortunate, but we get them pretty low, and we're able to exert a lot of pressure. Both sides are able to get a kill, which is really good, since at this point, my team's the one that needs to get some kills. A double kill for Ezreal, which is something we'll always take. Rengar, good assassinate mid lane. They get the Ziggs, but I'm here with the ultimate. I can't stop Herald since it's already half HP. What I want to do is try to get some pickoffs, use our third skill again on the gold card so that we don't get damaged, and look to see if we can take the bot tower for ourselves. We're able to take this, but with everyone missing, I don't want to greed anymore because this is a chance wherein we might get caught off guard. With Twisted Fate using ultimate, I have no idea where his position is, but looking at where my teammates are, they're in good hands and there's no way that Twisted Fate would be able to get a kill. With all that's done, our ultimate is on cooldown, we just go back to our camps and start farming again. Another thing to look out when you're playing Pantheon is your first strike gold. As you can see, 7 minutes, we already have 400 gold, which is really good. And once we get 500, it's almost like getting a free longsword. Twisted Fate, Rengar, both semi-global ultimates, really good for them to get pickoffs. I look to see if I can contest top, but since they have a numbers advantage, this would be very risky. And the last thing that I want right now is to give up free kills. With Collector now available, this is a big item for me, increasing my burst even further. But if you're placed behind, another alternative for this could be the Black Cleaver. With Collector up, I'm thinking if I should go for just pure armor pen, or I could go semi-tank rather. But seeing what's happening on the map, this should be a pretty easy carry game for me. Ezreal's already popping off. I look to see if I can prep my ulti, but seeing where Saya's HP getting taken down by Nami, good decision not to use my ultimate. And look at that damage! We just burst Rengar in one combo. Unfortunately, our S died, but we're easily able to avenge our ADC by just comboing the Rengar in one skill rotation. Twisted Fate, a bit overextended, and this is the power of Collector. Even though they live with 1 HP, the Collector will just get the kill. Plus, we get bonus gold by getting a takedown. Currently 11-1, we have more than 1 kill a minute. Volibear doing a good job killing Jax. And currently, their only win condition is try to stall the game as long as possible so that their Jax can just pop off. With objective spawning soon, I position myself bot side and look for any possible picks. If we're able to get a pick off before the objectives, then it should be quite free for us to take. Rengar's doing a good job assassinating the Ziggs again and again since they have no defensive items, so that he's able to stack his trophies and might be able to stall the game even longer than needed. With the objective spawning, I choose to see what item I get. I went for the Mortal Reminder because I just remembered how annoying Soraka can be. And they also have some lifesteal with the Jax Divine Sunder and the Rengar W. So it's a very good choice getting this Rengar. And seeing that the jungler is out of position, immediately flash in and burst him in one combo. Even with W, he can't do anything much. Twisted Fate out of position. Take him down with an auto attack plus Collector passive, getting us a free dragon. This is the power of Collector. If we're able to complete this early, triple armor penetration with Boots of Dynamism, Ghostblade plus Collector should be pretty easy to kill all those squishy targets. The only weakness of this pure armor pen build is getting the plated steel caps, which would reduce almost all of the damage that we do. If in case they have a lot of armor boots, then instead of going Collector, the next best thing is to go Black Cleaver so that you have that armor percent reduction. With everything settling down, our Ezreal is smurfing. We just want to farm our camps, and it's time for us to chill a bit. All I want to do is wait for the objectives to spawn so we can go for the contest and possibly get them for free. I have my ultimate so I can help my team anytime, and speaking of which, there's a fight at the bot side. Ezreal popping off, getting 2 kills. Unfortunately, our Ziggs died again. But with Twisted Fate Rengar out of position, I could possibly go for a catch. Look at that damage! Second, third. I didn't even need to use my first. Just disappeared. Rengar a bit greedy. Still trying to counter jungle me, even with no positioning. He has his Ghostblade to run faster. So, unfortunate that we're not able to get a kill. But overall, we are so massively ahead. And 11 minutes, we already have 861 first strike stacks, which is super fast. Top side, a fight's happening with the Volibear Jax. I just do what I do. I always want to look for a gank. Soraka, want to do a bit of damage testing, but since there are 2 people on their tower, it's quite hard for me to get a solo kill. So instead of doing that, we just go clear the Raptors and wait for them to face check in order to clear their own jungle. Another kill happens, mid lane, bursting the Saya, 1 HP. Rengar is jumping from the side, takes down our support, but with Ziggs ulti, we're able to damage him by a lot. But Rengar second is just on another level, and he's able to out-sustain all of the burst damage that we were giving. It should be fine because Mortal Reminder Collector is up. We should have a lot of damage and possibly one-shot their whole team if they're going in one by one. After the Collector, I'm going for Death's Dance. But in this game, since we are very strong, we can just go for the pure AD build. With Baron up, that's another objective I want to take. Nice warding, seeing the Saya, but unfortunately, it gets removed. So the next thing that I'm thinking is whether we go catch the Jax and I ult at Baron, or we just wait at Baron and hope someone face checks. With Volibear getting Twisted Fate, flashing, forcing the flash, and this is really good. A bit of an overkill by Ziggs. Using ultimate where I am right now. And Jax is just split pushing. This is going to be a very scary threat later on. That's why we want to finish the game as soon as possible. If you look at their comp, compare it with ours, we have 0 side lane pressure. Our only side lane is possibly this Volibear. And with that, it's not even enough to protect himself from the annoying Rengar. Top side, a fight and choose, but we just go bot instead. We want to punish this Jax so we have no more pressure in the split push. Go in, one combo, Q for the last hit. Volibear is able to get the kill, but it's well worth it since there's gonna be no side lane pressure in the meantime. I assume that they're going for Baron. Perfect usage of the ultimate, getting Rengar Saya very low. Soraka's also 1 HP. Zhonya just for safety, and we just burst the Saya in just 1 Q. With 4 of their members down, this is the perfect time to take Baron, and another good thing about Pantheon is that his last hit is really strong. If you saw that, my Q just did 1k damage onto the Baron buff. When getting the Baron buff, we just want to take blue-red so that we have a lot of power in order to end the game. After this item, I went for the Guardian Angel because at this time I need a bit more tankiness and HP whenever I get a takedown. I'm currently a 16-1 at the 15-minute mark, which is really good for us. And I think this is the third dragon. So getting the third dragon plus Baron should spell disaster for the opposing team. My Guardian Angel is up, but I just want to take this blue since Jax is a bit mana hungry compared to the other traditional bruiser champions. Even though he's able to get away, I have my third skill to try and catch some skills. It's gonna be up in 1 second. I have my Q, force the stasis, and this should be a free dragon for us. Soraka shows up, annoying silence, but doesn't have much damage, so it's fine. 2 of their inhibitors are down, only the top one is left. This is gonna be a bit greedy since we have no more waves and the opponents are able to reset properly. With the second wave of minions arriving, we try to look if we could catch someone, but Jax, perfect timing on the dodge, and we get immediately punished under the Nexus Tower. My teammates are still trying to look for an end since we have Baron. Twisted Fate, ulting in, tries to punch the Ziggs but gets bursted by the Volibear. Saya kiting, but this leaves our backline exposed with Assassin Rengar getting 2 free kills, Volibear the only one left, and he just gets kited with all of the crowd control that they have. This is actually a possible throw angle because if you look at their lineup, Jax and Rengar destroys towers pretty quickly. They're just running it down mid, 10 seconds on the clock. They should not be able to end since we're gonna respond pretty fast and they have no minions. But if you look how fast they push, they don't even have minions and they're just destroying our tower just like that. I look to see if I can ult, but with 3 members alive, I don't want to go for another throw. Saya, a bit out of position, but she realizes that she's seen. I look to see if we can catch Jax, but he just has third skill, first skill to run away. So I chose to play it safe and save my ultimate for another day. While waiting for my teammates to reposition, I look to see if I can get any more camps. I'm actually already item locked. If you look at my first strike, I'm already 999 plus. I think I got that 5 minutes ago. Just take the red, give it to my teammates, and then position myself on the objective. The moment we secure either the Elder or Baron, the game is just finished. This is also a possible throw. If we lose one more team fight, they can just get both objectives or just end the game right there. Twisted Fate uses ulti together with the Rengar ult. This is gonna be a bit risky since our teammates are not yet there. I look to see if we can punish someone. I have my second skill to help anytime. GA just in case I get bursted. Also stasis. Rengar goes in, burst him a lot. Third skill to tank the damage. I get stunned by Twisted Fate. I still have my stasis, but not enough. They're able to remove my Guardian Angel. I still have my flash though. Immediately flash in to burst the Twisted Fate. First skill, look for someone out of position. My teammates are there to help. And with their mid laner gone, we could take a free Elder. Rengar's there though. So we want to look for a turn. We don't want to give them any chance for a steal. And damn, look at that damage. Burst the Rengar in just one combo. Flashes away. We ulti in because we have Elder and a lot of damage. Perfect timing on the Soraka. One hit, getting the kill. Their Jax is trying to look for an end, but good job on my teammates for seeing that and responding appropriately. And with all of their members down, Rengar is down, the opponents surrender since we can just end it through mid lane. And that is what you want to do when you play Pantheon. You want to gank a lot and be very proactive in the map so that you could get an early lead and help your teammates snowball the game. And if you look at that 100% Pantheon in Challenger tier, we get MVP. Props to our teammates also for the contributions and damage that they did. So we just honor everyone. 18, 2, and 5, 21k gold, and look at that damage, 37k. Ezreal, low-key, doing a lot of damage with 46k. But in the end, we're able to snowball the game, and this is what you want to do whenever you play Pantheon. That is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.